welcome everybody to this month's meditation. And thank you so much for sharing all the words, including that and all the intentions, conscious and subconscious, that are truly a grand release and codes of empowerment for us in the here and now. All who are listening to us live and all who are listening to the recording, I'm energetically including everybody's intention. All right, so allowing yourself to relax and breathe a little bit deeper than you have all day. As you tune in to the natural rhythm of your breath, allowing this beautiful breath to go as deep in your body as possible. I'll now bring through the opening prayer channeled by my beautiful friend and teacher, Victoria Webby. And all you need to do is allow these words to pass through you. I'm aligned and balanced with my divine I am. And all that is pure love, joy, and truth in the presence and awareness of now. My great mind, my great heart, my great being rises and flows within to meet my great soul in all its infinite perfection, in every moment, in every way, in every now. I dwell in the silence of my great heart, the pure potential that I am, of source on earth of stars and stone. I am the divine blueprint of source, of earth as source as heaven, and heaven as source as earth. So be it, so it is. May all creation be blessed. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Only the highest vibrations of love and light can be in this space, and all objects in this space for the highest good of our collective and our higher selves. All other energies must leave now. I call in the highest levels of the divine that knows that love is the power and truth from which we read. The highest level guides, angels, and loved ones of all of us in this collective, please be with us for this journey today. Setting the intention and asking permission from all the higher selves. The records are now open. So the two cards we have we have Goddess Nui and we have Nature's Sacred Garden. So Goddess Nui, she's a goddess of the sky and creation, and Nature's Sacred Garden is all the essence of the earth and the inner earth. And the ancient Egyptians reversed what we believe as masculine and feminine, because for them the earth is masculine as Geb and sky is feminine as Nui. So bringing in these energies, there is a song coming through. Ainaya ya saya tu Ayana ya saya ya yehu Aya ya taya hu Aya ya hu aya hu Ahu, ahu, iyasa, aiyana, iyatu, aiyasu, iya. So the different weaves of the spider going all across the galaxy, all across creation, bring in the different aspects of the soul. All these realities are happening at the same time as now in the infinity of time and infinity of space. And sometimes we can feel very scattered. Ia ia nasa ia tu. Ia 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 hu. Ia ia hu. And all those aspects are the divergent aspects of ourself. Yana irusuruku as the great I am. Ina siara irakata irakana. For if we were just converging and being one, we would not know the range and expanse of creation. Ia ina ira siarakata. So congratulations on experiencing and multi-locating in all the variety of expressions. Ia na ira siarakata. Hi, NASA. So all that energy that we feel is scattered is actually connections. Yainara Siaraka, and many more layers of meaning and wisdom. Yaira Siarai Naraka Tairukuna Kaidakata. But they are a part of the grand design of your great soul. Yairukura Nairaka Tairaka Nasa. For you may think that this is not connected to that. Yairusuruku here is not connected to there. Ialaira niarasaka, and I is not connected to they. Iruira kira naira. Ilaira siarana katairaka. It serves a purpose of discernment. Inuru surukutu, for there are ways in which you are not that and they are not, that is not you. Yanairu suruku, and yet Ialarai saraka, there is an exchange of wisdom. That is you and you is that. Yarai surukuturu kalairaka irakata. You is that. Yara rukuturu kulurai narakata irukurukunu. For everything is happening in the present. Ilairakata. In the individuation. Yalairakata ira laira nairaka. Yanarasaka. And in the omni-location. Yanaira sirukutu. Of you as a great soul. Yana suruku as the great I am. So let's go into some of these stories, some of these expansions, just for exploration, just out of joy. Yainara Saira Katara. Your guidance system is here. Your higher self is here. Yainarasa. Your higher selves are here. We have so many different dimensions, different frequencies, different higher selves. All the vertical alignments that are able to be here are here. Yainaira Siraka Rukurukuturai Narakata. Ina Siraka. So let's share some stories from the perspective of the vertical alignments. Inairu surukurai rakara kanaira katairaka. Hilairanaira, just like a painting. Inai surukurukutu. You add the base coat, then you add a color, then you splash another, and then another, and then another. Ilairurukurakairaka. So is creation. Yainaraka, of your great soul's experience in the here and now. Inai siaraka, the richness, the complexity allows you to see the beauty and the expansion, the magnificence of creation. Yainairu surukutu. So getting used to complexities. Inaira siaraka, and seeing them as magnificence. For complexity is one vibration, and a vibration that is more attuned in the higher self of complexity is magnificence. Ina laira iraka iraka tairaka. Ina chiro roko rakai roko 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 roko. And magnificence has another virtue, as another higher self. Yana irara kata, the guardian angel of magnificence. Ilairuru kuturu kanairaka is expansiveness. Inairukuruku, multi-layered expansiveness. Inairairakaraka, and the higher self of multi-layered expansiveness. Inairarakairaka, inairairaka, ilairina karukurukuturuko sayaraka nairaka. Ilaira nairaka tairukurunuruko. It's like buffering. They're thinking of which word to give us. Is oneness. For one comes from the all and all comes from the one. In the infinity of the point space consciousness of all creation. Whether you see it as a point or you see it as the all, it is a perspective of within or without. And all perspectives are correct. For the different branches of this spore system, mycelium, across the cosmos. Is a great cosmic highway. That is intricately interconnected. Great soul. The great mother as the sky. Is coming here now to wrap that all in a blanket and consolidate it. And wrap it all around you and all within your heart. For all the expansion that you see outside of you is actually within you. Did you know that secret? This beautiful goddess, which is the balance of the masculine and the feminine. Is infinite love in all its possibilities, probabilities, layers, and sophistication, shades, pitches, and tones and chords of sound and light. Ya ina ira iruku ruku raka ira ira ya raka. Slowly, the descent into the heart and the ascension through the heart is happening. Lots of shifting around the throat. Hai no ruru raka ira kata. Emotions that have been stored. Ya no ruku ruku, for they were not safe to be expressed, are coming out now. Ya inuru kuru kuru kuturairaka. Ya lairaka tairu kurunaka raka. Story of the little girl, Ianairu Suruku, who was sitting in the corner in the dark. Yainara Sirukuru, not because she felt isolated or scared, but actually because she wanted to experience infinity as she always remembered as a great soul, and it wasn't coming in any of her external experiences. So she decided to go within. Inurusuruku. You may think we're talking about ourselves in this individuation. This is also the earth. She is going within. This little girl of the cosmos is going within. You and I, we are the stars and the stone. The twins within our heart. The twin flame, as we call it. One is the star, one is the stone. They're both dancing in infinity. They meet and they are moving. And because they're moving and meeting in infinite speed, they're always together and always around each other, and always coming back to each other and always going away from each other. But the infinity is happening in a space where there is no time. So everything is happening in the now. So this is the time when everything that is hidden comes up. All shades of that cycle come up. In relationships. For these relationships are mirrors. For all of these relationships outside of us, are actually the reflection of a relationship within our own great heart and our relationship with the divine. Which is your relationship with your vertical alignment. With your great I am. So have you been feeling overlooked? Is that how you feel with the divine? And all illusions are important because illusion was the essence of the dreamy creation. Illusion is not a bad word. It is a neutral word. So the story of the great soul. The soul came in and said, I want to have experiences I want to go here, I want to go there, I want this and I want that. It was a big shopping list. Some of those experiences were in different layers, and some were in the higher realms of, or at least the way we see it in linearity, and these were more subtle frequencies of joy, love, and laughter, and others were more dense. And all of it was needed for the richness of the tapestry of life. For great souls, we are the brave ones. We are the brave ones for coming on this beautiful planet, in this beautiful dimension and beautiful frequency in the here and now. You remember you've done this so many times. And here we are again. Here you are again. Not because you didn't learn a lesson and you're repeating a class and it's not a punishment, only because you chose to come here. It was such a beautiful ride. It was so thrilling. It was so adventurous. It was this roller coaster and everybody was scared. But when you got on it, you felt like a daredevil. You felt amazing. So you went on this roller coaster. It was scary. It was thrilling. It was adventurous. And now you're back again. And now we say, I didn't ask for this level of adventure. This is too much. And there is a way for it to be managed. To make it joyful, to make it easy. For all the twists and turns of this ride are in the morphogenic field, in Arasaka of your great soul. So it morphs the way you feel and the way you think and the way you create in all your dimensional realms. And as you create, you hold the codes for the whole creation to have that experience. Inura surukura, kinura kinukura. So beautiful diamond code frequencies are coming up now, telling us the story of the cosmic rainbow diamond crystal. All right. So when creation was experimenting with textures, it decided on a texture that was the most solid, the hardest, the most impermeable, but at the same time, the most luminous. So bringing in all the frequencies of color, sound, light in one. In the center of the central sun, a beautiful, hard object was manifested or created or co-created. And this is a blue diamond. It's a blue diamond frequency. It's a blue energetic crystalline frequency. It comes straight from source, and it has its seat in the center of the galactic sun. Almost like the eye. It is the eye through which we connect with the great soul, with the great I am, in the infinity of all realities. And so this blue eye is the blue energy and the blue ray that created the idea of crystalline diamonds as frequencies. And when the human body was designed, it was decided that the seat of these crystalline diamonds would be in many places within the body, starting from the heart, 2 diamonds in the heart. So it was like a ration. So 2 diamonds in the human heart, 2 diamonds on each hand. And that's why when you have felt and you have been in a space of benevolence and love, been in a place of grace, and you feel your hands, you feel 2 diamonds in infinity are working around. Sometimes 1 diamond is working around the tips of your fingers, the other one is in the center, and other times they are just working in infinity in the front and back. So this was the original design. And because it's about creation, it is not limited to that. So the beings from the watery planets that were connected to the elemental water kingdoms, the whale frequency and the porpoises, they decided to have 4 more diamonds. Why not? So the way these diamonds are organized in the hands are different. So whoever comes from an ancestry in their or biologic or star lineage from the whales, or anything to do with the water universe or the aqua frequency, whether it is from Sirius B or Mintaka or Earth or any of the watery planets, or even the cosmic waters, they have 5 diamonds in their hands. Fully activated 5 diamonds help in connecting with the 5 universes that are that have been created through water in our multiverse. So it's a very powerful connection, and it is a connection of emotional healing. So all the beings who have these 5 diamonds activated, all they need to do is open their hands and just show them. When they open their hands and show them, you can actually feel a direct healing of the emotional body and transmutation from the emotional body to wisdom, because this is connected with how the whales transformed themselves, and how the frontal lobe was created, and how any of the emotional, all the parts that are in an emotional brain, they were transferred in the form of crystalline wisdom into the frontal cortex, so that all those higher functions could be done and everything could be balanced and managed. So this is the integration of the front and back of the brain, front and back of the brain. So that's the blessing of all the water beings, all the mermaids and the mer people. Then there are other codes. So if you have been somebody who has been a wanderer in our galaxy, you might probably have 27 diamonds in your hands. These are crystalline frequencies, 27 crystalline frequencies. So each star system contributes a few diamonds and a few codes. And just as there are diamonds around your hands, there is an exact correlation to your DNA and your blood type. Yainuru suru kutairu kulaira katai laira siakana irakata surakata. Hana sarakala irakata. So of course the RH negative has all the 27 actives, all the 27 activated, or dormant, but they are all already there. They have been remembered at a subtle level. Whether somebody has 1 activated or all 27 activated does not matter. What matters is how you consciously remember them and you apply them in your conscious reality, because that's when you are expressing love, being grace, being peace, and being this beautiful vibration of cosmic oneness within your heart mind space. And as you do that, there is nothing that you actually need to do outside of you. Everything that you do becomes magical. Everything has the essence of love. Everything smells, feels, and sounds love and freedom. The word freedom is coming up. So when these stars are getting activated, so we spoke about the water kingdoms and the water families. Now we're talking about the Pleiadian systems. So these are the ones that were long lost from Lyra, and they started their own civilization, restarted their life on a distant star system and a system of stars. So when they came into Pleiades and they started working here, they worked on the integration of the left and right hemispheres of the brain, which is a mirror reflection in the heart, because there are 4 chambers in the brain and the 4 chambers in the heart. So they have a reverse connection. So what is top is bottom in the heart, and what is left is right in the heart. So it's an inverse image. So what we see in the external world is actually an inverse image of actually what is within our heart. This is very complex information, and this was taught in the Temple of Osiris. Many of you have been there in that land, receiving this knowledge in the Hidden Mystery School, which was later turned to the Temple of Horus, and the teaching started there. So it takes a few, so allow this to be vibrations and frequencies rather than information to be deciphered, your curious, beautiful mind can do explorations and research, and there would be plenty of stuff to validate it, or in time to come, it will be validated. The essence of it is the vibrational shift and the recognition within your heart that this is happening. So when we talk about the Pleiadians, like just as the whale beings had done the integration of the frontal lobe and the medulla oblongata, the back part of the brain, these two parts, the Pleiadians did the integration of the left and right hemispheres of the brain. So they integrated the work ethic with divine love. They integrated the masculine and the feminine, the logic and the magic. So the gifts of the Pleiadians are 7 stars. So these 7 stars, so the whale stars are actually not even on your hand, they are around your hand. So there are 4 which are above each of your fingertips, nothing around the thumb, but the thumb and the center of your hand together create the big crystal blue diamond at the center of your palms. And many times you may have wondered, what are these moving things around your hand? Why is your hand shaking? Sometimes your hand shakes a little bit more than other times. Many times it's just because these crystals are moving and shifting you from one timeline to another, shifting you from one reality to another. So your hands are so powerful. They say that destiny lies in your hands. This is actually literally true. Ya ina rusuru kuturu kunalaira kata irusaraka. Haina rasiara kata. So Pleiades and Pleiadian crystals in the hand. These 7 crystals are located from the index finger, and they go and twist and turn around, and they reach the other corner of your palm, and they just go like in a striking one line, approximately like a striking one line, but in the shape of the Pleiadian 7 sisters, Atlas and Pleione. So Pleiadian sisters plus Atlas and Pleione. There are other minor stars as well, but these are the activations of these. So, okay, now it makes more sense to me in my logical mind that those stars that we were seeing, the 4 stars, they are the 4 stars of the watery planets. And they are aligned in our hands just as they are aligned in the galaxy and the cosmic maps. I say cosmic maps because everything that is happening in our galaxy has a correspondence to everything that is happening in our universe. And everything that is happening in our universe has a correspondence to the multiverse and the omniverse. And you can take it in any infinite levels and layers that you want to, because the creation is as expansive as they're calling it inspansive. So it is in both ways. So the balance and the integration of these 7. So what they want us to do, they're giving us some exercises and tips. So when you want to work with shifting timelines, it's about moving your fingers and allowing light language to work through your fingers. And you just shift timelines, and you allow these fingers to guide the shifting of timelines in any way that you'd like. When you want to integrate the left brain and the right brain, you want to integrate what you have heard and what you have felt, what you are seeing as evidence and what you are feeling inside. It's about pumping your hands. This is integrating the entire Pleiadian lines within your hands. And there are star maps within your hands. If there was an energetic way to take a photograph of your hands and capture those energies, the whole map of our galaxy would be found within our hands. And this is so beautiful. And every time a single line changes within your hands, you're actually affecting how things happen in the galaxy. So if you ever thought that you have wasted your tears, or you have wasted your good deeds, or nobody is seeing you or hearing you, be assured that the entire universe is listening to you and corresponding with you. Every single change and breath and thought within your life is creating a change, breath, and thought within the whole expanse. Many times when you cry, a volcano erupts on Jupiter. every more Jupiter, I relate it with anger, but there's tears. So when you're crying, something is changing. When you're laughing, something is changing, and the universe is constantly responding with you. And as it is responding through your physical body, it is also responding with your beautiful hands. These are the maps of the cosmos. So they're giving us this simple exercise of pumping our hands, and just opening and closing the fist. This exercise, they're saying, will integrate your Pleiadian songlines so that your magic and logic are integrated, your masculine and feminine are integrated, and there is a balance with a twang, with a slight orientation to the divine feminine, but it is in a balance. It's kind of like when you create the flower of life first and then draw the lines and create the divine masculine patterns of geometry from it. So when one is balanced, the other is already balanced within it. So in that way, it is balanced. There are others. So we did, okay, I need to use okay, my phone is switched off. So we have five stars. That is four with the fingers and one at the center of your palm, from the watery planets. Then we have the seven coming in from the Pleiades. So there are such calculations to make it 27. And for now, we just want to start with this mystery, and we'll continue. And you can continue the exploration of this within your own experience, because more gifts will come from this, more gifts from alignment and remembrance of your star lines. Numerology can play a role in this. Whichever lens you want to see it in, it will make sense. For this is the divine cosmic weave of creation. This is the grand design. So you were curious about the hands. So here we are giving you the mysteries of the hands. Destiny is written in your hands, and you create the destiny of the whole cosmos through your hands. And this is both physically and metaphorically. The work that you do, the expressions in which you show yourself in this creation, they're all the expressions of your hands, whether it is doing your work through the use of your voice, doing the work by showing up somewhere, using your hands to create things. And there is definitely a magic in doing something with your hands. So one of the blessings of these activations is when you feel stuck, they're saying, when you feel that the reciprocity is not feeling fully converted, so you're not able to perceive the reciprocity of the receiving end, because you have thrown it so far out there in the cosmos that it's taking time to come back in. Just like a catapult that you throw really far off, and then it takes some time to return, right? Compared to something you just throw and catch here. So when it takes time, it means it's a very long range shot, but it always comes back, because you're the greatest magnet of the whole cosmos. And what you have thrown out will come back to you thousandfold in infinity of speed, love, and light, and with more magical dust of the cosmic love. For when there is no complete balance without a little extra towards love, without a little extra towards creation, without a little extra towards expansion. For if you see the story in which we are in this cosmos, we are in the story of expansion. If you measure where the planets are in relation to their stars, where the stars are in relation to other stars, the story of our galaxy right now and the story of our universe right now is that of expansion. So everything that you do is expanding. So don't be afraid to send out your signals wide and far. For we are in this phase of creation where we are expanding, where we're giving out and we're stretching and creating realities as far as we stretch. And then also to remember to use your hands to come back. Allow the light language of your hands to move you. Allow the indication and the energies you feel within your hands, with your palms, with your muscles, to allow you to come back and integrate it and bring it back. Hinaru surukutu. So the best way for you to feel and remember you're in this physical body is to allow your hands to work through your body and really feel your hands, feel your body. So there are so many things that happen with the hands. We can go on for days with that. Ianai rusuru lai rakata. And all we want to say is your hands are your portal to the whole cosmos. Iaina rasia rakala iranai rakata. Inu churukai rukutu rakana raka. Whichever star you feel or you remember you come from, whichever sun, whichever star, whichever meteor, whatever you may have experienced or been as creation, all the maps are there within your hands. So there is a new field that is coming about, which is not yet there in our reality, but it is to come, which is galactic palmistry. We are birthing this in the here and now. This is the first time this information is coming through. So we are so grateful for this conduit, for this co-creation, and for this connection to birth this information. And it works on the principle of reciprocity and correspondence. So correspondence is one half of reciprocity. Correspondence is the relation between two things. Reciprocity is the cycle and the exchange between two things. So when we understand the cycle and the exchange and balance the correspondence, the communication with reciprocity, we will begin to understand that the whole cosmos is in your hands. And if there were any appenditures that actually created creation, and if you had a body of that, then you would have created it with your hands. So we're just doing a little bit of shifting around the energies of staying in the mind. The mind field. Bringing in those stories with the front and the back balance that we received today, the left and the right balance we received today, with the power of the power of 5 and 7. These 12 codes are ready for us. And as we birth this together, we are birthing this for humanity. In one level deeper of remembrance. Such great service, dear ones. Great masters, great teachers. We are so grateful. We appreciate your incarnation. We appreciate your holding this space, even though sometimes it is hard. In your reality, even though sometimes it's frustrating, even though sometimes it's disappointing, even though sometimes it is uncertain. We appreciate this so much, that you have had the courage to come into these realms and weave the finest parts of creation through the tapestry of your life and your choices. And the answer is always love. First for yourself, only then for others. For there is no love in obligation. They're almost like opposites. So releasing this vibration of obligation, whether it is with relationships, or whether it is with your connections or understanding of how you express the service of your life through your work. In these two areas, obligation comes in. Sometimes it's the obligation or commitments you've made to yourself, and sometimes to others. Dear ones, we ask you to dissolve all this with the power of your beautiful hands. So allow your hands to work through your head, excuse me, releasing all of these vibrations, bringing them and weaving them and integrating them, Hialairu Suraira Kata, Ina Siara Kata, consolidating them, Ina Rasairaka, allow them to move with their own divine intelligence, dear ones, because they are Yanairura, Inaira Rura, Isurukura Kata, Irokalaira Kanaira Kata, Isuraka, Inara Siaraka. Yanasa, it's a sacred reciprocity. So, just as the brain sends out the signals to the nerve endings respond and have reciprocity by expressing it and bringing it back to the brain, by feeling things and bringing it back to the brain. This sacred reciprocity is the principle of your connections, and this is the blessing as well. So, when you have done this integration of the messages from your brain to your fingertips, connecting with that magical starry energy and bringing it back to your brain, you are also integrating at a very deep level the reciprocity in your relationships, the reciprocity in your work, and all aspects of your life, your hopes and dreams. For you are made to come here to dream. You would not have dreamt it if it was not something that could be done. For it is reverse engineering. You already created it as the great I am to happen. And now to really connect with that, you see it as a wish, a desire, a dream. So sometimes we kill our wishes, our desires, our dreams, Hinoru Suruku, but they are actually the sign that, once you pull the veil, you unravel it, and you unravel this beautiful present, this beautiful gift of creation that you created in your higher version as the great I am. So all your desires are already manifested realities of joy and expansion, only coming in a gift wrap of a desire. Yaina Suruku Turuku. So please do not be afraid to desire. Hiaira Siaraka. Yes, it appears like we're giving you a lecture today, Yanairusuku, and we don't mean to, because you know as much as we do, because there is no separation. This is just a remembrance. Yanairasa, great soul, you are a great master as we are teaching you as well. So this is a great reciprocity as well. Inaisuruku Rakaitaraka. We share with you what it is like to imagine, and you share with us what it is like to experience. So we experience reciprocity in this way. Ah, so just scanning our bodies. Yara deep integration and installation of star maps within your hands, and the reflection within your brains is happening now. If you so choose to remember it, it is happening anyway. You may start to remember stories and timelines from your Pleiadian ancestors and lifetimes, from your Sirian, Mentakan, and other watery planet lifetimes. Because they have deep clues of and connections of what you know as your soul mission within this life. And yet, we also want to tell you that the mission of your life is to live in the present and to live in joy. And if you can receive any others and can match it with joy and with presence, then so be it. But we do like to receive a mission from time to time, just to keep us organized in the direction and flow of our life. And not to be blown away by the wind of life, not to be flown away, and not to be flooded away by life. So it's good to have those desires. It's good to have those missions. And as you connect with your hands, you can start to receive the remembrance and the gifts of your great soul, your star lineages, your lifetimes, and the gifts within that of why you are here in the now. And of course, layer by layer, as you unravel, the answer is always love. Oh. Deep, gentle breaths. Wrapping ourselves with Nuit, however you pronounce it. I'm sorry, goddess, if I'm not pronouncing your name right. So the goddess Nuit and god Geb coming together in divine union. Yaira Irakana, Ila Iraka, 6 and 9, 9 and 6. Irusia Raka in the sign of peace. Yara Irakata. And these aspects of your great body, soul, body, mind, soul complex are coming together in a balance, in interdependence. And as they come in interdependence, it also allows us to let our guards down, to become interdependent in relationships. Interdependent is a different frequency compared to codependent or dependent. We all need each other. We all love each other. And there is no separation when we come with love. And love is the opposite of obligation. So all the ones that you come in together, come in one with, come in communion with, are all in love, not in obligation. And your heart will know when it is love, when it is not in love. Or at least not in love in the present moment. And your heart will know when the deepest desire is to connect in deep love. In interdependence. Allowing the gifts from outside to come within as they are from within to outside. Because what you are doing right now, if it is only one side, it is correspondence. So allowing it to become reciprocity. By receiving it. And as soon as I said that, I saw a shift in the energy fields and a beautiful metallic rainbow energy coming in. It's very golden rainbow energy stepping into the back of the heart. So one kind of a disc energy horizontally and one vertically. The vertical one is connecting with all aspects of your spine, and the horizontal is connecting with all aspects of your diaphragm. Allowing you to breathe, allowing you to be interdependent, allowing you to flow in sacred reciprocity. And whenever you feel that that connection is not, you're not fully able to remember the connection, use your sacred soul hands to build the maps and the ways of the highways of the galaxy and the cosmos between the different parts of your body, so that that reciprocity comes back, that interdependence comes back, because we are all connected in love. Deep, gentle breaths. Allow yourself to breathe from the back of your lungs. Allow yourself to breathe and touch your breath to the base of your diaphragm behind your heart. Those are the parts that need a little bit more oxygen. As you breathe, did you think you were just breathing oxygen? You're breathing energy. In the illusion of air. But that's okay. That's for another time. Two more deep breaths in your own time. And when you feel complete, allow yourself to come back in the awareness of your physical body, feeling the tips of your toes, wiggling your fingers, and allowing these star codes to dance, moving your hands, moving your palms, and bringing all that energy to your eyes and your third eye. and blessing your entire body, your hair, your head, all parts that are hurting with your beautiful hands. Connecting the different highways of the cosmos so that all parts of your body are now coming and stepping back in peace and joy. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and come back in this space. We are now complete.